sin tomar en consideración aquellos servicios existentes dentro del presupuesto operativo también, como por ejemplo en el tema de transporte y tránsito, se está haciendo una inversión de más de 60 millones de dólares para lo que es Mision Cero, seguridad peatonal y ciclista. Pues simplemente hay que hacer mejoras, arreglos en el sistema de vías para continuar protegiendo la vida de ciclistas y peatones. Inversiones que no se esperaban que se tenían que hacer, pero que son partes ahora de la necesidad para la seguridad vial dentro de nuestra comunidad. Let's talk a little bit about affordable housing, which is one of those topics near and dear to your heart, and also in the Hispanic community as well. $124 million to expand and preserve affordable housing in the county, correct?
Right.
How do you foresee that? Mm-hmm.
So this is money to help us buy apartment complexes that go up for sale so we can preserve the affordability and displaced residents. The county just helped purchase with Enterprise a $62 million complex off of Georgia Avenue in the Aspen Hill area that, if it had been sold, would have resulted in the displacement of hundreds of families who could not have afforded the new rents. We chose to act and to procure that property. We're busy and aggressively trying to buy additional properties in the area. We're trying to make sure that we don't displace people. That's a real risk, and we've seen a lot of we know families are doubling up. We know families are spending, but we know for a fact that there's of families earning less than $50,000 a year, over half of them are spending half their income on housing costs, which is way too much money. So we're trying to preserve affordability, and we've got $35 million in this budget for rental assistance. We never used to put this much money in, but in order to make sure that families can afford the rent, we're trying to supplement their rent so they can stay in their apartments.
¿Qué pasa con el tema de la vivienda asequible? Pues en ese presupuesto, el mismo que estamos conversando operativo, unos 124 millones para lo que es preservar y producir vivienda asequible. Recientemente, el gobierno, el Condado de Montgomery, pues compró un complejo de apartamentos, una inversión de 62 millones de dólares por la avenida Georgia, en la zona de Aspen Hill, y precisamente para poder mantener a las familias que vivían arrendando dentro de esa prioridad. La prioridad en términos de vivienda asequible tiene que ver con el hecho de que las personas que alquilan no sean desplazadas, y para asistir ahorita un fondo de 35 millones de dólares que antes no lo había, para poder suplementar y asistir a aquellas familias con el tema del alquiler, familias que digamos que ganan unos $50,000 y que 50% de eso va al alquiler, a pagar por la renta. Lo que quiere decir que este presupuesto también incorpora ese tipo de asistencia específica que antes pues no estaban incluidas en el presupuesto operativo del condado de Montgomery. Así que se mantiene esa asistencia del COVID-19, se mantiene en el presupuesto. Public safety, $20,000 signing bonus.
Yeah, I mean, if we're, we know the public safety is an issue, and we know that the county is short 129 police officers now, and that because of retirements that are coming up, we could easily approach 200 officers short. We've been not able to recruit like many other departments around the country. Everybody is finding that many people no longer want to go into policing. And the pay was never good, but the public pressure and the concerns people have made less officers willing to do that. So we joined other jurisdictions around us that were offering hiring bonuses, and we matched the hiring bonuses of two of the other jurisdictions at $20,000 if you go through training and successfully become an officer. And if you stay with the police force, then you will get the $20,000 bonus. The District of Columbia is doing this, Prince George's is doing this, all the counties around us are doing this. So we could not do that, and then of course we won't be able to recruit anybody, or we match other people, and it costs money but it does help us start addressing the lack of police that we have right now.
En el tema de seguridad pública, algo nuevo que implementa este presupuesto del Ejecutivo es un bono cuando los oficiales pues ya están listos para ejercer de $20,000 por cada oficial, porque ahorita la fuerza policíaca del Condado de Montgomery está a 129 puestos cortos, hacen falta 129 oficiales. Se estima que con las jubilaciones, retiros venideros, van a haber 200 puestos aproximadamente disponibles y va a ser, acá ha sido difícil reclutar como en otras partes de jurisdicciones a través del país, producto de las presiones relacionadas con seguridad pública. Otras jurisdicciones en la zona, como el Condado de Prince George's y Washington, D.C., están ofreciendo este tipo de incentivo para que las personas entren en el campo de seguridad pública y aquellas personas que se adiestren, que terminen siendo oficiales y que trabajen con la policía del Condado de Montgomery van a recibir un bono de $20,000 para que este departamento sea competitivo en el proceso de reclutar como en la zona metropolitana. Así que eso es otra inversión. So those $20,000 hiring bonus will be a big bulk of how much at the end of the day?
It depends how many people we hire. But
how many
if I hire 100 people, then 20,000 is going to become 2 million.
Exactamente, $20,000 pues posiblemente se conviertan en $2 millones, producto de eso depende, obvio, de la cantidad de personas que atraviesen el proceso de ser reclutados. Mr. County Secretary, I have a question here. Regarding the Latino community, you've heard about, the opioid and fentanyl overdoses and crisis and so forth, and there's been a lot of discussion on that particular topic lately. This budget, will this increase any investments and recommendations to address these concerns, like treatment and things like that?
I mean, there's good news and there's less good news. We were hoping for more support from the state, and it's not clear that we'll be getting, enough money to do as many of the things that we want to do. We know at some point money could come to us from the legalization of marijuana, where that money, some of the money coming to local jurisdictions could be targeted on mental health supports. Meantime, we're trying to figure out what else we can do in conjunction with the state in terms of addressing mental health. This is normally largely a state function and not always has been a county function, but in the absence of more state action in the past, the county has stepped up to do a lot. We're going to continue to work with people. The biggest work we can do is with parents of children to make them aware of what to look for so that they can be alert to what their children may or may not be doing. And so that if they need help, we can actually identify the kids who need help before they wind up being in a hospital or dying from this. I think parents and everybody have to be very blunt with our kids that fentanyl is deadly. This is not marijuana. This is not like some other drug. It's not like alcohol where, yes, you get alcohol-related accidents, but the deaths nowhere approach what's potential out of fentanyl. So people have to take this really seriously.
Let me go ahead and translate that. Le preguntaba si quizás en el presupuesto habían fondos para darle un poco más de frente a esta crisis, combatir los opioides y el consumo de fentanilo en nuestra comunidad. Estamos esperando en el Condado de Montgomery más apoyo por parte del estado por el estado de Maryland. Esto ha sido un tema que ha sido responsabilidad del estado, pero vamos a continuar trabajando en la concientización y también el tema de la salud mental. Esperamos que con la legalización de la marihuana a lo mejor recibamos fondos que puedan ser canalizados al tema de salud mental, pero lo más importante es despertar conciencia dentro de los padres en términos de lo que significa esta droga fentanilo. No es simplemente llegar al hospital, es peligroso más que el alcohol, que la marihuana, y puede causar la muerte. Así que de suma importancia la participación y que los padres estén involucrados en este tema en particular. Mr. County Executive, we only have 2 minutes to talk about $6.8 billion. I don't know how we're going to pull that off. Just visit montgomerycountymd.gov, right? Nos quedan 2 minutos del programa.
You're doing a good job.
Gosh, it's a lot. I mean, you should see my notes. It's almost like a Bible, but there's so much we can cover today. Básicamente, son $6.800 millones en el presupuesto operativo del Condado de Montgomery. County Council, it's starting hearings this week, and they should be reaching out to you, I suppose. We've heard Council President Ren Glass saying that he's looking forward to thoughtful deliberations, and we'll be hearing from county residents at County Council. So you're willing and able and ready to continue the conversation, correct?
Right. We are. Okay, it's a fundamental question. You could focus on the tax rate, or you could focus on what you want the county to be.
Okay.
And if you focus on what you want the county to be, then you figure out how much money you have to raise in order to do the things you want to do. If you're going to focus on the tax rate, then you've got to understand that depending on the tax rate, a lot of stuff you want will never get funded.
Right.
People have got to face that reality.
Thank you, Mr. County Executive. Y para finalizar, hay que darle frente a esta realidad. O nos enfocamos en el incremento de los impuestos a la propiedad o en lo que el condado quiere y busca ser. De eso se trata. Las audiencias comenzaron ya en el Consejo y pues el Ejecutivo del Condado está listo y disponible para continuar sus negociaciones con el Consejo y, por supuesto, escuchar a nuestros residentes. Thank you, Mr. County Executive. We gotta go. Time's up.
Thank you.
Have a great afternoon.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Y hasta aquí su espacio, Montgomery al Día. Gracias por su amable sintonía y será entonces hasta el próximo martes a la misma hora por esta su emisora.